Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your next 7-day reading. So this is a complete timeless reading. When it finds you, it's the messages from Spirit for the next 7 days. Let's get started. Okay, Sagittarius, so we have the overall energy for the next 7 days with triggers. We have where this energy is playing out in your life or what aspect of yourself. We have change. And then we have the additional messages with the tarot. So with this change card, I think it can be playing out anywhere, within you, any aspect of your life. But I think you can expect quite powerful change with the Emperor here in the middle of your reading. So Sagittarius, you've got triggers. And triggers, I have such a love-hate relationship with triggers. Triggers trigger you. And they're just the things that get under our skin and annoy us so much. But they're also our greatest teachers. Now there are triggers, there are things that trigger our heart, make us sad or happy. There are triggers that make us angry or annoyed. There are triggers that make us realize, I love this person, I actually don't like this person. There are triggers that make us realize, I love me or I actually don't love me. And I feel, Sagittarius, that this reading is going to be so broad because I feel like it's going to touch you on so many different levels and also on just different levels, being a general reading. But I feel it has real impact. These next 7 days, there's some realization. There's even something that happens. And it's not like the Spirit is not telling me that it's something bad for all of you. Bad, It can be something that fills you with so much joy. It changes you in some way. It changes a belief or the direction that you're heading in or something like that. It can be a trigger. Something makes you so angry that it changes something in you. But Spirit is telling me, Sagittarius, this is not just hot-headedness. This is not an angry outburst or a loving feeling that is just here one day, gone the other, or something that is based in a reaction rather than something that is deeper. This is deeper. So I don't feel that this is talking about all the tiny little triggers we get throughout our day that makes us react or act or move or change or, it's not that. This is something deeper and bigger. This is something that I'm going to come down to the tarot. This is something that makes you stop. And I get the whole, hang on a minute, wait a minute. There's this sense of, what just happened? What was just said? What was implied? Could be just, hang on a second. Where did my mind just take me then? And it's that, hang on a second, that brings about this change, that makes you realize an aspect of yourself that's been triggered. It brings about a realization of, is that what I believe? Spirit is asking me to give you an example. Of course, it's just an example just so you can put these energies into context. But Spirit's just shown me that somebody might say that they love you. And you might just go, what? Hang on a second. And it's going to take you back. And whether you want that person to say that or not is of no relevance here, Spirit is telling me. It's what it shows you, your reaction to it is going to show you something. So again, just as an example, some of you, your heart might just open and you'll be overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, wow, because I love this person so much too. And you might not have actually ever thought about that. You might not have actually ever said to yourself, I think I'm falling in love with this person, or I love this person, or I'm so glad this person's in my life. And by them saying that, it's made you realize. It also might have the opposite effect, like, oh, I don't want this person to love me. What? Why? How can this person love me? So it might show that maybe you're not that into this relationship, or it might show you where you don't believe that this person should love you. I hope that shows you how this energy can play out. These triggers, I mean, somebody saying that they love you, we all think, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. But if it makes you realize, actually, do you know what? It's been fun, or, I don't really like this person, they don't really gel with me. That can be quite, oh gosh, now what do I do? Do you know what I mean? And it's not to say that it's all going to be in those instances. Some of you will be like, oh my gosh, I just realized I really love you back. But what these triggers are doing, Sagittarius, is they are bringing around change. They are bringing about change. Change in your circumstances, change in your life, change in you. Change in a belief, a value, a thought, a perception. The card says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. I love this. I use it so often when I know I need to make changes, but I don't quite have the strength, or I've allowed fear to take me over. Just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. Because if that next step is for you, you're already that person that can take it. You just need to know that you are. So this change is coming about because you learn something about yourself. You learn something about the situation. And that brings about change that doesn't make you stuck or fearful. When you realize the benefit of it, it empowers you. The Empress here. It shows you what you need to change, what direction or course correction you now need to head in. There's no longer this uncertainty, this stabbing around in the dark, fumbling around in the dark. Thank you, Spirit. That sounds so much better than stabbing around in the dark, doesn't it? Sorry, Sagittarius, that's quite gory, isn't it? Fumbling around in the dark. You see you. And you can make those decisions from that empowered position. And then suddenly, you're not left out in the cold. You're not left out wandering. What am I doing? Where am I going? There's nothing here for me. And these people are walking around a church. They could seek shelter and help and warmth and food, but they just don't see it because their mind is whirling around on the same thing. They're caught up by the trigger. How dare that person say that to me? Why did this have to happen to me? They're caught up in the victimhood. They've allowed the trigger to become a part of them, instead of seeing that it's just there to help you see clearly on what needs to change. And that's self-empowering. The next 7 days, Sagittarius, is definitely going to bring about change, but centered around self-empowering you. What you really want, what really fits with you. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Sagittarius. Love, light and blessings, my friends. See you next time. Bye.